Welcome to the Donkey History Museum in Mesquite, Nevada. My name is Mark Myers. I'm the Executive Director of the Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue, as well as the Chief Curator here. We're going to start here with Donkeys and Politics collection. We also have a nice collection of celluloid donkeys. That's a precursor to plastic. Donkeys and tobacco. This is our Gold Rush Gallery, where we have a sluice as well. There's a lot of pictures of donkeys in the Gold Rush of 1849. These are some actual panniers that are on loan from the local Virgin Valley Heritage Museum. Here's Amy panning for some real gems and fossils. We have an interesting collection of old postcards dating from the early 1900s. This is our Americana Gallery. Donkeys in America. Donkeys played a huge role in developing this country. Many of these ceramics are stamped with occupied Japan. They didn't know what to do with all the factories after Japan surrendered, so they turned them into factories that made souvenirs. Here is our toy collection. We have many interesting toys that feature donkeys. More of the Americana Gallery, some old swing set toys. This is an abuse display that we put together to show people what donkeys have to often endure. This is the history of donkeys in photos. It starts with donkeys in Mesopotamia and Egypt all the way through modern day. This is our contemporary artist gallery. Many of these artists we know personally. This is a quilt that was made for Amy and I by a very close friend. Wonderful piece. This is our theater where we run a couple of my films. This happens to be an old book that was donated to us that was literally falling apart, so we scanned it and turned it into a film that everybody can enjoy. This is our VR gallery, where you can sit down and sit in the middle of a donkey stampede if you'd like. This is a display of our upcoming film, Donkeys of the Caribbean. It'll be out here in 2025, very shortly. This is our Native American Gallery, showing the history of how donkeys and the Native Americans work together. A quick look at our gift shop. The gift shop is what helps fund the museum, as we do not charge admission. This is our international gallery. These are pieces from all around the world. Many people go on vacation and will buy us things and bring them back to us. Donkeys have been a part of almost every culture on the planet. And that brings us to the beginning of our war gallery. Donkeys weren't an animal that you jumped on the back of and charged into war. So they were more used for signal corps and resupplying. No, these three gentlemen have a direct connection to our donkey rescue. The gentleman on the left is the father of our corporate secretary. He's a lieutenant colonel that flew in World War II. The gentleman in the middle was a lieutenant colonel who is the father of our pet sitter. And gentleman on the right was a U.S. Army Ranger who was our Wildboro project manager. But this gallery starts in the Civil War and covers every major war that has ever been fought. And I was lucky enough to find a gentleman who is a fellow professional photographer, and he collects photographs. And so he had all these photographs of many different nations' armies that involved donkeys. And so his name was Norbert Schiller, and so many of these bear his name to give him credit. This is our Wall of Heroes, where veterans that come in can put their name up on the Wall of Heroes. And we're getting ready to change this so we can add even more heroes. The reason for the Jeep is at the end of World War II, there was a surplus of Army equipment, and everyone bought a Jeep and turned their donkeys loose. Another donkey cabinet, and then we enter our mule gallery. These are World War II mules. Working mules. This is Mules in Hollywood. Have some visitors coming in.
These are mules. Oh, mules. These are mules.
Civil War mules. 20 mule team. And that is going to wrap us up for the Donkey History Museum. And I hope you enjoyed the tour.